Today we'll discuss about premium for goodwill. First, let us consider an example. Like A and B are partners with ratio 3:2 between them. They have been sharing profits and losses in the ratio 3:2 since the year 1st April 2000. They have started the firm on 1st April 2000. Now they have reached to the date 1st April 2020. On this date, they want to admit C as a partner who is contributing rupees 12 lakhs as his capital for 1/4 share. He has introduced rupees 12 lakhs as his capital. The capital introduced by C is 12 lakhs and he will be admitted for 1/4 share. Now, since 1st April 2000 to 1st April 2020, in this 20 years, they have run the firm quite smoothly and they have earned the goodwill of rupees 30 lakhs. The valuation of goodwill is 30 lakhs. Now on this date, on 1st April 2020, the value of goodwill is 30 lakh generated by A and B in the last 20 years. If C is admitted as a partner for 1/4 share and after C's admission the firm gets dissolved, C will also be getting share in goodwill. The goodwill that is 30 lakhs, C will also be getting a share in goodwill. But C has done nothing to generate such goodwill because for the last 20 years only A and B have been running the firm. So this is quite unfair with A and B to share the amount of goodwill with C, who is just admitted now and has done nothing to generate such amount of goodwill. So on the date of admission, apart from capital that is 12 lakh that will be contributed by C, the new partner will also have to pay a certain amount or his share of goodwill that is called premium for goodwill. The new partner C needs to pay his contribution towards the goodwill of the existing firm, which is known as premium for goodwill. In this case, goodwill of the firm is valued at rupees 30 lakhs. So 30 lakhs into 1/4 that he needs to pay, that is rupees 7,50,000. 7,50,000 is the premium for goodwill that C needs to pay apart from his capital. Whatever capital C will be introducing, that is rupees 12 lakh, that is different. But apart from capital, rupees 7,50,000 will be contributed by C. And this 7,50,000 will be distributed between A and B in the sacrificing ratio. Both A and B, since they have sacrificed for the admission of C, now they are sharing profits and losses in the ratio 3:2. For C's admission, they both need to sacrifice something. Either A and B both or any one of them needs to sacrifice their share. Now in the sacrificing ratio, the premium for goodwill will be distributed. That 7,50,000, whatever is the share of C in the premium for goodwill, that will be distributed between A and B in the sacrificing ratio. So first let us calculate the new ratio. First of all, we'll calculate new ratio, then after we'll calculate the sacrificing ratio also. Now let the total profits be 1. 1/4 is given to C, so the profits remaining is 1 minus 1/4, that is 3/4. Old ratio of A is 3/5, old ratio of B is 2/5. So 3/5 and 2/5 will be multiplied with 3/4 and 3/4 respectively. Then we'll get 9/20 and 6/20 for A and B, and C 1/4. Just to make the denominator 20, we have multiplied with 5/5, so it becomes 5/20. The new ratio between A, B and C comes to 9:6:5. So this is the new ratio between A, B and C. Now let us see what is the sacrificing ratio between A and B. A's old ratio was 3/5 and new ratio is 9 plus 6, 15 plus 5, 20. So 9/20. Sacrificing ratio, we know it is old ratio minus new ratio. So A 3/5 minus 9/20, B 2/5 minus 6/20. It will come 3/20, 2/20. So sacrificing ratio between A and B is 3:2. So we got the sacrificing ratio between A and B, that is 3:2. The premium for goodwill calculated is 7,50,000. Such 7,50,000 must be distributed in the ratio of 3:2. Now the premium for goodwill brought in by the new partner C will be distributed among the old partners in sacrificing ratio. I hope it is clear why it is distributed in sacrificing ratio and how to distribute. That we'll see in the means of journal entry. Through the means of journal entry, it will be done. Now we'll go to journal. First will be cash account debit. As C has brought in capital in the firm as well as C has brought in premium for goodwill, so cash account will be debited because cash has come in the firm. Total cash that has come into the firm is 19,50,000. 12 lakh for capital C has introduced and also 7,50,000 for premium for goodwill. So the total cash that is introduced in the firm is rupees 19,50,000. Cash account debit to C's capital to premium for goodwill, because this cash have been brought in on account of C's capital as well as premium for goodwill. C's capital will be 12 lakh and premium for goodwill 7,50,000. Being capital and premium brought in by C will be a narration. Next, the premium for goodwill that is brought in by C will be distributed between A and B in the sacrificing ratio. So in the previous entry it was cash account debit to C's capital to premium for goodwill. Now it will be premium for goodwill debit to A's capital to B's capital. Both A and B will be credited with the amount of premium for goodwill distributed in the sacrificing ratio. Sacrificing ratio we have calculated in 3:2. So 7,50,000 when distributed in 3:2 comes to 4,50,000 and 3 lakh. So it will be rupees 4,50,000 for A and 3 lakh for B. So 7,50,000 distributed in the sacrificing ratio will be 4,50,000 and 3 lakh for A and B respectively. Then the ratio will be being premium for goodwill distributed. So these were the two entries. We only need to make two entries here. First is cash account debit to capital account to premium for goodwill. The next entry is premium for goodwill to A's capital to B's capital. So for the treatment of premium for goodwill, we only need to make two entries. I hope it is clear to all of you what are the two entries and how it is made. In each case, in every case, you will have only two entries for this. The accounting treatment of premium for goodwill can be done with only two entries. Now, if the premium for goodwill distributed to the old partners is withdrawn, one more entry will be added. This here what we have done, C has brought in cash for capital as well as premium for goodwill in the first entry. In the second entry, premium for goodwill is distributed to A and B. But till now, A and B have not withdrawn their part. The premium for goodwill that is credited to them is still retained in the firm. If the question says the premium for goodwill is retained in the firm, or the question doesn't say anything like that, in that case only two entries will be made. But if in the question it is mentioned that the premium for goodwill brought in by C distributed to old partners is withdrawn by the old partners, if it is withdrawn by the old partners, if the see here with the what I'm showing you, please see here, if the premium for goodwill is distributed to the old partners is withdrawn, one more entry will be added. With these two entries, you need to add one third entry, that will be A's capital debit, B's capital debit to cash, because A and B, whatever they have been provided with the premium for goodwill, it was credited to their account now. Now since they are withdrawing it, their account will be debited with the same amount, 4,50,000 and 3 lakh to cash, because cash will go out of the firm. So they can only withdraw the premium for goodwill part that is credited to them, that is 4,50,000 and 3 lakh. The total will be 7,50,000 to cash, being premium for goodwill withdrawn. So this third entry will be added only if it is given in the question that they have withdrawn the premium for goodwill. Is it clear to all of you? If nothing such is mentioned, then only we will have two entries. But if it is mentioned that they have the old partners have withdrawn the premium for goodwill distributed to them, then we will add this third entry in the solution. I hope it is clear to all of you. This is the entry number 3. This will be added only if it is told in the question that they have withdrawn the amount of premium for goodwill. Now, this was the case where C has brought in his share of premium for goodwill. Also, he has brought in his capital. But in question, you might get that C has brought in his capital but could not bring his share of premium for goodwill. His share of goodwill he could not bring in cash, or he has brought only half of the amount of premium for goodwill now. This such type of cases may come in the question. So for that, see what I am telling here. When new partner is unable to bring his share of goodwill in cash, or brings only part of it in cash, when only half or some part of the premium for goodwill is brought, or no amount of premium for goodwill is brought now, in that case, if in the above case, now let us see what will happen. If in the above